Hey guys, it's Monday Motivation. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all still managing to stay safe and look after yourself during this pandemic. Um, I wanted to talk today about the need for approval and how very many of us strive for this need um, to be approved to, and a lot of the time it's somebody in particular that we are seeking approval from. So I'll kind of dip into that a little bit more. Those of you that have watched a lot of my videos will know that I do discuss my mom and mine and my mom's relationship. And I love my mom to bits, and everyone that meets her loves her, and she has such an energy about her. However, mine and her relationship is very touch and go. And I talk about my anxiety and I talk about my story, and some of that comes from my mom always wanting me to do better and be better. And I talk about this concept of I was one of those children that if I came home from school with 9 out of 10, instead of mom being, oh, well done, you must have tried really hard, maybe next time you might get 10, but I'm really proud of you. It was always, well, why didn't you get 10? You should have got 10. Now, I know that that wasn't done in a malicious way. I know that the intention behind that was never to make me feel like I wasn't enough. However, it did, and it instilled from a very early age this need to seek approval, this need to be perfect in order to gain my mum's approval. And all my life, that's all I've ever tried to do. And subconsciously, it takes a while before I notice, but all I've ever wanted is for my mum to be proud of me and to approve of me. And there's some of you that are probably shouting at this that know my mum or know mine and my mum's relationship, saying that, well, she is proud of you. Um, Unfortunately, that's not the vibe that I get. And obviously, we're all entitled to our own feelings of things, and that's kind of how I felt. So there's a lot of things that I've done in my life that have been driven by my need for my mom to be proud of me and to approve. And last year was when I told myself that that's it. And as harsh as this next sentence I say is going to sound, I want you to realize that it's very freeing for me. And basically, I know that regardless of what I do, it may never be enough for my mom. And you put it out there straight away, it does sound quite harsh, but ultimately it's freeing. So anything I do now should be for me. I think when we seek approval from somebody, we set ourselves up for disappointment, and sometimes we can become our own worst enemy. And as I've already mentioned, parents can do it quite a lot. And if you are a parent that's watching this and you have a child or children that are in school, that are studying, I want you to be conscious of some of the messages that you send out to them in regards to them feeling like they need to seek approval. As a parent, we should love our children unconditionally. And unconditionally means regardless of whether they get 9 out of 10 or whether they get 0 out of 10, whether they are the star of the week every week or whether they've never been star of week ever, whether they're an absolutely brilliantly behaved child or whether you're constantly getting phone calls. That love should be unconditional, so your child knows that they don't need to seek your approval. They are your child and you love them regardless of their achievements. And you have to be aware of the message that subconsciously you send. So sometimes with parents, I think, and you might be listening to this, and if you're the young person who I'm talking about that I was having this conversation with, she'll know who she is. Um, you sometimes with your parents, it's their own insecurity. It's the fact that they grew up believing that they weren't enough, that they needed to do more, that they needed to push themselves more, or that their parents or parent pushed them to get them to be better. But I think parents need to start thinking about how those insecurities are affecting children. Okay, so I'm going to finish off on this note. I want each and every one of you that is watching this to know that you are good enough. I approve of you. I might not be somebody that factors high on your list of people that you want to approve or need to approve, and that's great, because I don't ever feel like anyone should have that need. But I want you to know that you are enough. You don't need to seek anybody's approval. You do not need to do more to be successful in order for you to be worthy of love and gratitude and a sense of security in who you are. And you need to know that God made you with everything that you'll ever need in life to achieve whatever your destiny might be. So stop seeking other people's approval, because you're just going to set them up and yourself up for disappointment. You're going to give yourself a complex. You're going to start feeling like you're not good enough, when each and every one of us are good enough, and each and every one of us are already pre-approved in the eyes of God. All right, guys, I know that sounds really spiritual right now, but I do hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.